class. So for 2D art today, what we are going to cover is movie poster creation, and a huge part of that is the idea of communicating a message through your design. So what you guys will need today to start class is you will need your sketchbook, a writing utensil, and then also we'll be taking notes to prepare you for that movie poster project. So as we get ready for that, while I get the presentation ready, what I would like for you guys to think about to start this presentation and also think about movie posters is I would like for you to state to a partner at your table, what is your favorite movie and why? So Raymond, you can start.
What's your favorite movie, Raymond?
Favorite movie could be the newest movie right now. It's like Spectre.
I like that one.
The James Bond one, yeah, that one.
And then can you state why, Raymond?
It have a lot of action scenes, and I'm like an action guy, so yeah, it's looking cool.
Sheen, can you state your favorite movie and why?
Jurassic World.
And why? So why is that considered your favorite movie?
Because, I don't know, I haven't seen Jurassic Park in a while, and since in Jurassic World it showed I guess you say the old things that were in the Jurassic Park, so I think that was unique, and yeah, I kind of like dinosaurs.
Excellent.
So.
Ebony, favorite movie and why?
Favorite movie right now would have to be Cyberbully because, I don't know, it's just a really touching story, and I love like the plot line and how it plays out, and like the twists in it and stuff.
Excellent. Those are great answers, guys. So my question for you is, the movies that you named, because you each named your favorite movie, did you believe that those movies were original?
Yes.
Like, did they show creativity, would you say?
Yes.
Were they interesting to you guys? And were they done well?
Some parts.
Yes.
Okay, so some parts for you, Raymond?
Spectre was done amazingly.
Great, excellent. So those are factors that are going to apply to your movie poster. So the idea of making it creative and making it interesting and making it clear. So when you guys watch those movies, could you tell what was going on?
Yeah.
So it was clear and you could easily put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing we're going to do for your movie poster. So what we're going to talk about is movie poster design. So I'll have you guys open your sketchbooks to the back of your sketchbooks to the notes section, and then we'll go through this presentation just to make sure that you are aware of what we'll need to do. So this is our intro slide. So the next slide is the idea of what is the purpose of that movie poster and the movie poster design in general. So the key here is artwork can communicate a message, a concept, or tell a story. And you'll be creating objective artwork. So do you guys know what I mean by objective by chance?
Yeah.
Slightly.
All right. So if I said this is non-objective, would that be correct? That image on the right side?
No.
No, because an objective design looks like something.
Yes.
So you would use that objective artwork to communicate a clear message. So it is your goal to create a movie poster, and that design, and the design is to plan and create artistically or organize with a purpose, similar to the movies that you guys saw where there was a purpose to them. So what we're going to focus on is the idea of making your design simple. And would you say, if you look at that minimalist poster bottom right, can you guys tell what's going on in that image?
Yes.
What does that
Yes.
represent?
Heroes.
They're like protecting the city.
So be more specific, which group is it?
The Avengers.
Yes, that's correct. So even though that this design is simplistic, so it uses minimalism, would you say it's still clear and you can understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your goal. So the idea of being able to use the art elements like shape and color and space in order to create a very clear design that represents a movie poster. So we're going to go to this slide here. So the major elements, in order to make sure that this does communicate a message, is that it's informative. So like in these posters where we have a movie title, a focal point, and then also a release date or tagline to make sure that we know what's going on. If we look at this poster far left, so the Inception poster, what is your focal point?
The man that's like that.
That's correct. And so does that image give you an idea of what the movie poster or the movie might be about?
Yeah, like maybe
Probably.
he's connected to something.
Excellent. And
Wired in.
Yes, yeah. And so the idea here too as well is if you look at that image, it's clear, but any reason why that image is clear on the far left?
High contrast.
High contrast. So we have black next to gray, so thank you, Ebony. So that was an excellent answer because there's high contrast. It makes that focal point very clear. So if we look at this image here, so the idea is you can also use movement to help you. So like you said, ebony contrast, and also a large focal point and large text that makes it easier for you to see. But we can use something called the Z principle, where the image leads your eye through the design. So like in that thing design there, where the title's near the top, that leads you through the hand and then through to the tagline bottom right. So same thing for that Inception poster. So based off that Z principle, can you guys easily read the title?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you easily recognize the focal point?
Yes.
Yes.
And then can you see the tagline or release date?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you will need to have all three of those major factors in your poster. So the title, the release date, and the focal point in order to make your design complete. So that is going to be your major goal for your project. And then lastly, we'll take a look at these images. So a huge part of this too as well is making sure that your design fits what you need to do for your posters. So the idea of also making it creative and making sure your design is effective. So your design can be symmetrical, where it's centered around the middle, and then also can be asymmetrical, where it's off-centered. So if you look at this Harry Potter poster on the far left, any idea why that design might be asymmetrical?
Because if you were to split it in half, it's not the same on each side.
That's correct. And do we have, would you say we have more than one major focal point?
Yes.
What are your focal points in this image?
The kids and then the
things.
monster.
That's
It's
correct.
monster.
And if you were to push them in the center, do you think there might be too much going on in the middle of the poster?
Yeah.
So does it help to spread them out?
Yes.
And that's something that you can do for your poster, so you can spread out these elements so that way it does make sense. So when we end here, some of you guys take a look at these images based off what we talked about, the idea of using contrast, having a strong focal point, and making sure it's clear. Are you guys familiar with the movie RoboCop?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
you at least have heard of it. That's excellent. So based off of this, which posters communicate a clear message and why?
I think that I think it's the left, no, the right, very down on this one.
So bottom right?
Bottom right.
Okay, excellent.
That's the word.
So any idea why that one communicates a clear message, Raymond?
I think that because it's have the background is maybe it does say some about the city, like how futuristic it is, and then the robot, the face of the RoboCop is on front and just talks about it.
Is the
a lot.
focal point clear?
Yes.
Excellent. Can you guys pick out a design that might not be as clear? So let's take a look at one that's not effective.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Is that too simplistic, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the one line.
So based upon the way that design is set up, if we take a look at any of the ones on the top row, and we will stop here. Thank you.